What's up guys? Today we're playing Epic 7 and we're playing Water Expedition. This is going to be a auto fight that just displays how easy it is to get and its type of stats that you need to beat the Dagger Sicar Expedition on normal mode. So in this one, for all expeditions, you want to use a knight in the front row. There are some other strategies that use double healers and such, but in this case, I'm going to use Falconer Kluri. She has a chance on S1 to give herself some combat readiness, and also give her her team some combat readiness. I think it's sort of random, but it's in the Awaken for the specialty change. She also heals at the start of every turn, and this helps to reduce some of the requirements for your healer so that you don't wipe. And lastly, I really love Kluri because she has a chance to do a 2-turn defense break on a non-attack skill. So not only is this important for the Dark Expo, but it's really important as well for the Green Expo so that you can get that damage up. As you can see from her stats, she's not on the best gear. You could do even less than this if you wanted to. The most important thing here is that she has enough defense and HP to survive, and that she has somewhere around 85 effectiveness in order to land her debuff. I'm using the Rise of the Monarch simply because I have it and no one else is using it, but what I found is that Aureus allows her to take too much damage during the AoE, and because her HP is only 17,000, that sometimes she dies, right? So for this scenario, really what I want is enough tank stats and that effectiveness, and then the speed, if you can get some speed on her. For my healer, I am going to be using Lots. Lots was a big character that I used back in the day for Guild Wars to do a double CR boost and then try and wipe the team out. I don't do that anymore because the current meta is just too fast to use him, and so he kind of got demoted to just my expedition team. As you can see, his stats really don't matter. Some speed, effect resist if you have it so he doesn't get debuffed, and some tank stats just so he can survive. And again, because you have a knight, you're not using him in the first row, so he shouldn't get blasted. For artifact, I'm using Unfading Memories just to put it on somebody. This allows him to heal a little bit more and make the run a little bit more consistent. But you can also use different artifacts on him. One artifact that I would probably recommend is using Idol's Cheer. The problem with using A-Lots is that his S2 is considered a heal instead of a buff. So sometimes he'll use it on the wrong character, or he'll use it, or he won't use it at all because that character is not missing any HP. So this will help increase the combat readiness, just in case he doesn't use it, and then you're able to get that character with the highest attack out of their funk. The third character that I'm going to use today is Mercenary Helga. This is again a specialty change. I like to use her because she has a defense break, just in case it gets resisted off of Kluri. She can go next and use it. I also like that she has a attack buff and an effectiveness buff. The effectiveness will give you 50, so that lowers your requirement on Kluri down to 35. Or for whoever your damage dealer is, you might have more damage and less effectiveness to get the same amount of stats. Other than that, I use her for Light Expo, so she's on a damage build. Ideally, what you would want on her, again, is 85 effectiveness or 35 to include her buff, and then some damage stats and some decent speed. Anywhere from 150 to 200 speed should be fine. I went for a little more damage here on the penetration set. One thing is about her artifact. She doesn't really have a lot of great artifacts to use. If you look at the recommended artifacts for her, it's really unclear. She's mostly a PvE character, so you're not going to use a lot of your real damage stats, but also artifacts on warriors aren't the best to begin with. So I don't know. I use Border Coin because I have it open. Candlestick would be okay. Hellcutter, I guess, would be okay. El's Fist, I see no reason why you would use that. And then for our last character, we want a damage dealer. You can use Verdant Aiden, you can use Ram, you can use Cidd, people use Landy. I choose to use Cidd because I have him built, and he has a decent CP rating. Also, it's pretty fun when he gets a lot of Dust Devil use, and then he can pop off, anywhere from 800,000 to 1 million, and it's kind of cool. I have him on a damage build, which is roughly 80 to 200 speed. Then everything else you're going to want into attack and into crit damage. He has enough effectiveness to where he can land that debuff. If you're using Helga like I am, it reduces the requirement on effectiveness, but you want at least about 35. He's got 75 because I use him also in the Dark Expo, which is really fun, but you don't quite need these kind of stats. Exclusive equipment, wasn't a thing until recently. The S3 exclusive equipment will give him a little bit more damage. If you use him on Knife, then the S3 is much more important than if you use him on Dust Devil. And Dust Devil is also going to be using S1 anyway, so not a big deal. Because all of these are 3 and 4 star units, they all should be SSS or SSS eventually, and they do give some more stats. He has a CR imprint, so if you're not able to achieve these kind of stats, you're going to want at least 85 crit rate for this boss because it's an opposite element, but you're able to use his imprint as well to help you get some of those stats. But it's really about who you have. What kind of green damage dealer do you have? What kind of damage can they output? And then making the best scenario that you can. And that's pretty much all. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button for future updates.